4, 5, and 6, adding rational expressions with multivariate monomial denominators. Again, we're adding and subtracting fractions, so we have to find our common denominator by finding that least common multiple. So if I'm going to find my common denominator here, the least common multiple of 12 and 9 would be 36. And then with my variables, I have to use the higher one. I have a d to the third, but no d's, so I have to have the d to the third. I've got a k to the third and a plain k. I've got to have the higher one, k to the third. And even though this doesn't have c's, this does have a c, so I have to have a c. So I have to have 36, d to the third, k to the third, c as my common denominator. So I'm thinking about, what do I take times this denominator to get this? Well, 12 times 3 is 36, so I would need a 3. D to the third I've already got, k to the third I've already got, but I don't have the c. So I have to take 3c times what's on top of that fraction, which is going to give me c3 to the third, w to the third. On the other one, we've got that plus sign there. 9 goes into 36 4 times. I don't have the d to the third, so I need the d to the third. C I've got a k, but I need k to the third, so I need k to the second. So I want to multiply that by what's up there, so I'm going to have a 16 d to the third, k to the second, and then that y cubed that was already up there. Now those are not going to be like terms, so that's just going to end up being your answer, as weird as it looks. Smush that in kind of close. So 3c to the third, w to the third, plus 16d to the third, k squared, y cubed, over 36d to the third, k to the third, and c. And again, your order of your variables can be switched around. It would be the same thing. So number 5, we're doing subtraction. Same thing. I want to start by finding my common denominator. I'll write it over here a little bit farther. Least common multiple of 9 and 3 would be 9. Got an a to the third, no a's there, so I need a to the third. I've got a b to the third, no b's there, so I have a b to the third here. I've got a c squared and a c to the third. I need the higher one, so the c to the third. So 9, a to the third, b to the third, and c to the third would be your least common multiple. So I've already got the 9, I've already got the a to the third. I need a b to the third. And I have a c squared, but I need a c to the third, so I need another c. So times what I've got up on top there, I'm going to get b to the fourth cu. Minus. And on the other one, I need to take 3 times 3. I need the a to the third. I've got the b to the third and the c to the third. So I'm going to take 2 times 3, so I'm going to get 6. A to the third, b squared, and that crazy looking thing is going to end up being my answer. So number 6, again, I'm going to find my common denominator here. If I have a 9 and a 3, I've got to use the 9 because 3 divides into 9. Looking alphabetically, I've got a c to the third but no c's, so I'm going to have a c to the third. I've got a d squared, but no d's there, so I'm going to use the d squared. I've got a k and a k squared. I've got to use the higher one, k squared. So making my equivalent fraction, I've got the 9. I need the c to the third. I've got the d squared, and I only have one k, so I need another k. So I'm going to get 5c to the third k u cubed. And again, if you put your variables in a different order, that's fine. Minus, on the other part, 3 goes into 9 3 times. I've got the c to the third and the k squared, but I need the d squared. So 4 times 3 is going to give me 12. I'm going to have a d to the third times a d squared, which is d to the fifth. And then I've got a v to the third. So 5c to the third, ku to the third, minus 12d to the fifth, v cubed, over 9c to the third, d squared, k squared. These ones you probably want to hit the fraction button first before you try to type it in. If you try to type in the top, you're going to have to highlight it before you hit the fraction button, otherwise it'll just put it underneath that end term and not both terms. So either hit the fraction button first or type the top, click and drag to highlight it, and that will underline the whole thing.